The year started kind of slowly. We celebrated New Year's in Zurich, Switzerland before heading back to Germany a few days later. I was still playing football for a team I didn't feel comfortable in. I was completely broke since I just quit my job washing dishes at a local restaurant, but I knew I was capable of getting more. I still worked out every day and started helping at a study for a team called SC Fortuna Köln. I also played loopy ball for the first time in my life. As the days rolled on, it slowly became spring. I spent most of my time working on a huge project for YouTube. I collabed with a lot of freelancers, spent most of my time coding my website every day, and brought back a server from 2014 called ProMine. Celebrated my mom's 50th birthday. Started working a boring job at a trade fair, started working a second boring job, collecting data about restaurants. Became 500 euros for a study about sleeping. Yes, 500 euros for sleeping.
Okay.
Had my first photo shoot in April here on a local ranch. It was fun. Things got more interesting in May. I bought a DSLR and a GoPro to start daily vlogging. I built a pull-up bar in my parents' backyard, made a short little movie about the tryout for my uni, made another little movie about an event called Strongman Run. 7 days later, I decided to leave Germany again. Same old people, same old stories, but I wanted to write new ones. Took a train to Berlin and tried Airbnb for the first time. A few hours later, sat on a plane to Chicago. Surprised my sister for a graduation in America. Hadn't seen her for a year. Stayed with one of the most generous families I could have imagined staying with, explored Wisconsin for a few days before flying to Texas to watch the X game in Austin. It was fun to watch, but over 100 degrees are just way too hot. Watched the NBA Finals with my new friend called Scooter, and surprisingly saw the Cavaliers win. Had a few days before going to Los Angeles, so I took a bus to Houston to visit the Athletes Gym. Met one of my greatest idols, Christian Guzman. Out of nowhere, I met another family in Houston who let me stay at their house for a few days. A Turkish family, extremely generous too. Flew from Houston to Louisiana, then to Los Angeles. Hang out with a pilot, took a picture with them. Watched Optic win the MLG Anaheim. It was my first esports event. It was fun. Hiked up to the Hollywood sign and worked out at Gold Gym. That's about it for LA. Quite boring, right? Took a bus to Sequoia National Park. Got lost there. Didn't have a car, any cell phone service whatsoever. Spent the night in a little cabin in the woods. It was the end of June and a night temperature below 0 degrees Celsius. My worst night I've had so far. I felt kinda lonely. Yet again, my trip took a 180 degrees turn and started running the other direction. Things were great all of a sudden, and all of that because of one girl, Nicole. Met her on some mountain summit spectating a rattlesnake. I liked her because she was adventurous and not as boring as most people. We decided to travel together since we both had similar directions. We drove down the valley, got a hotel for a night, then drove to Yosemite. We were in the park with President Barack Obama, hiked up Yosemite Falls, and of course Half Dome. If you've never been there, put it on your list. Had to say goodbye to Nicole a few days later since I wanted to go to San Francisco to visit some old friends. Met a Danish couple on the way, which offered me a ride. Sometimes in life, things are just going your way. Checked out Alcatraz and rode my pennyboard on the Golden Gate Bridge. 2 days later, I went to Sacramento, Berkeley to visit Mary, who I walked the Camino with in 2015. We went mountain biking and had a typical American pool party. It was still way too hot. Little did I know that I would meet Nicole again on my trip to Lake Tahoe. We went kayaking and saw one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Took a few buses from there to Redwood National Park. Going from bus to bus for 36 hours wasn't fun. Met up with my favorite American Ian to check out the tallest trees in the world. Next day, we drove all the way up to Oregon to celebrate my birthday and the 4th of July. Spent my last 2 weeks of this trip with Ian and his family, his girlfriend and other good friends. We went bowling, played airsoft, went water tubing, hiking, played a lot of hide and seek in the dark, jumped off some bridges and scared the shit out of his girlfriend a few times. Back in Germany for a minute, watched a huge fireworks show in Cologne, helped a friend move, maybe the hottest summer I've ever experienced in Germany. I also stopped daily vlogging. 4 hours of sleep for 2 months just wasn't for me. Well, it was more the fact that I didn't want to feel the necessity of bringing my camera everywhere, I guess. Back on the road, I drove down to Switzerland to visit some of my family members. Then the day after, drove down to Venice, Italy. Absolutely fell in love with a little island called Burano. Went back to Germany to use the rest of my summer trying new things like wakeboarding or downhill mountain biking. Did my first 100k bike trip. In September, I had a brilliant idea of competing in a triathlon. even though I was not in shape at all. I still smashed it.
Smash.
The day after, I competed in another event, another swimrun run. I helped Francesca to win first place and consider this as probably one of the best days of 2016. Not so eventful, but still a lot of things happened in September. I became a coach of one of the best youth teams in Cologne. Started my own little business to work as a freelancer in the video production industry. Quit my job at the trade fair restaurants, started a modeling career and had a ton of photo shooting since. Being in Germany for over a month, I decided to hit the road again. Traveled around Europe with one of my best friends Moritz to see cities like London, Barcelona and Rome. As soon as I got back, I started studying again and yet again started a new job as a personal trainer. For the first time of my life, I wasn't struggling financially. And I actually fell in love with what I was doing. Last but not least, in 2016, I finally found my own apartment in Cologne and will be moving out fairly soon. 2017 will yet again be an interesting year and I have no idea where it will take me. A ton of new challenges to complete, but if I have learned something in 2016, then it is these 3 things. Stay positive. Everything happens for a good reason, but sometimes it takes a long time for us to realize that. Second, say yes to everything and make the most out of every opportunity. People will call you lucky, but in the end, luck isn't more than an opportunity that you said yes to and were prepared for. Surround yourself with some awesome people who love the active lifestyle, but don't underestimate the time you need to take for yourself to truly focus on your goals and to travel the world. Love life and make the most out of 2017. Happy New Year.